Hello. How you doing? I actually felt like just doing a live interactive um like tarot hangout and chat. So I encourage you to go grab your deck of cards. If you have one, you can grab regular playing cards if you don't have tarot cards. You can grab oracle cards, but yeah, like regular playing cards will be fine. And actually, let me turn on this light. I'm gonna Okay. And yeah, so I figured we would just kind of do like a live like hangout session. And wow, my hair is a mess. It's crazy. I've been like sick the last couple of days. Today's the first day I finally feel like a human being. All right. And so yeah, so I'm actually very quickly just going to post on Facebook to let everybody know that I was just talking to where to find me. And yeah, so like I said, if you guys have a deck of cards, grab them. And I figure we'll just hang out. We'll like bounce ideas off of each other. I'll kind of teach you guys like a few like little basics. And you guys can like ask me questions about like how to read or how to interpret. And I hope everybody had a really great Halloween. Mine ended up being like really cool, like a lot cooler than it started. I didn't feel good at all yesterday, but I did go out for a little while with um my best friend and her brother, so that was a lot of fun. And then we actually so I dressed up like really quick, but it was like super fun. And she dressed up as Bob's Burger, like Bob from Bob's Burgers, which was awesome. But I don't know, I just felt inspired to go on here today and do this because with Halloween being yesterday and then Dios de los Muertos being tomorrow or All Saints Day, um, I actually figured it would be a good time because we have like the veil is thin, so our guides are really trying to communicate with us. Loved ones are trying to come through and give us messages. Um, Tarot is a really good way to connect with your like your intuition, your subconscious, your inner guidance. And I don't know, I figured I would just like do we'll just do like a little live interactive thing. And I so it's not necessarily going to be a reading, although it might turn into one. I don't know. We'll see what spirit guides me to do here. And but yeah, like I just figured it would be super fun and like they have like a little interactive like group session and everybody can pull out their cards um and stuff like that. My computer is being so slow right now. It's crazy. So hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, and okay. So I'm just posting this really quick so everybody can see. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, so hold on one second, guys. I don't mean to be distracted, but okay. Let's see. We're live on YouTube now. See you there. Okay. Goddess to Goodness on YouTube. I can't wait to get my own URL so people don't have to type it in anymore. That'll happen soon. That's cool. Okay, cool. All right. So, all right, guys, let's see. Bear with me here. My computer's super slow and I'm trying to like multitask here. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to get out of here. And let's see. Okay. And yeah, guys, the energies have been really, really cool. Like a lot of new beginnings and stuff like that. I did a couple of readings yesterday. I did one on YouTube, which like I got cut off because I was doing it from my phone, and my phone just kind of like I don't know, like died like right at the end though, which was perfect timing. And then let's see here. Come on, computer. And then I did one on a Facebook Live, and like the energies were so ridiculously similar, but it was like really, really beautiful message, beautiful energies and stuff like that. So we definitely have like a little turnaround of energy here. And yeah, so very interesting, like very, very interesting energies. And like I said, a lot of passionate new beginnings. So like if you guys have been feeling like things have been like so, and everybody talks about like Mercury retrograde and stuff like that. This Mercury retrograde is going to be like a really, really positive one. Usually people like have a crappy association with Mercury retrograde. So we'll probably still have a lot of the I can't even talk, technological issues, because that I just read a thing that there was like the Schumann resonance, like which is like the Earth's like vibration or frequency, that's been like really like it like spiked or whatever. So that can like affect things. That can affect things such as technology and stuff like that, as well as solar winds and stuff. So that also has a lot to do with like the way our technology works and stuff like that. But in our personal lives and stuff like that, this Mercury retrograde is going to be really beautiful. It's going to bring in a lot of beautiful things, which have been kind of like waiting around the corner. And so, yeah, so that'll, okay, I'm almost done here, guys. I really appreciate you bearing with me. Okay, I wish I could do like the two screens at once, but unfortunately I can't, which stinks. But anyways, so let's see here. Okay. Because I would really just like for everybody to benefit um as much as possible from this, and in as many ways as possible, because again, like this is not, if this is not something where you might not necessarily go read tarot for other people, but you to read it for yourself and just give yourself like a little like navigation or like strategic plan and like circumstances, relationships, things like that. It's just like for just regular guidance, like on a daily basis. Like a lot of times I'll just pull a card just to see like what the energy is kind of going to be for like the day. And then I just kind of have like a little like heads up as to like what may or may not be going on that day. And then the cool thing is like you can come back at the end of the day, and like when I first started, I would like kind of like make notes of like what the energy was, like where it was at that day. And the cool part was is that it the cool part about it was is like then I could go home and like see like, oh my gosh, like was it right, like was my insight correct, were the guides were like the messages from my guides correct. So it's kind of like a little game, and it's really, really neat. And the more you like do it and the more you tend to like tap in and stuff like that, it's you'll see like over time it's amazing how it actually begins to like how it gets easier, and like you it's really cool to see like the development of it, and like how it actually like manifests like in your daily world or whatever. And it's really like kind of neat. And you might read the card a certain way in the beginning of the day, and then like at the end of the day you might see it in a totally different way, or something like that you maybe didn't like understand like why it was coming out in the card. By the end of the day you'll come home and be like, oh my gosh, holy crap, like now I see. And it really does like offer insight and stuff like that. And it's just a really cool tool, because it's really all tarot cards are, is they are just literally like a tool in order to like read energy. And as we know, and as I talk about all the time, everything is energy. Everything is like an energetic frequency. So it's really friggin' neat. And to me, I'm like a little kid like that. It's like magic. I'm like, oh my God, this is so friggin' neat. So, okay, bear with me for one more second, guys. Okay. And let's see here. Okay. And let me see here. One more. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. And I'm coming back to my YouTube screen right now. So let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. So I appreciate you bearing with me. Thank you so much. And all right. So I might just wait for and see if a couple more people join right now. because I really do want this to be like a fun group interactive thing. So whoever's there, I don't know if you want to say hi, say hi. But if you have tarot cards, um, or like I said, regular playing cards, you can use those as well. And I actually might just pull a card to see, like, just to like start this out. So first, I'm just gonna like sage a little bit here because and what sage does, if you are unsure, and you see people do this all the time, if you do watch other tarot readers and stuff like that, um, what the sage actually does, besides, hey, hi, beautiful. Thanks for joining. I'm so glad. So I'm so excited to do this. Um, so yeah, so and if you have questions, like speak up. Desiree, I did you have a beautiful Halloween? You were looking gorgeous, like in your photos. Oh my gosh, like the the first night, man, you were just looking fire, girl. Like goddamn, oh my gosh. Those pictures were just fantastic. Your costumes were just awesome, but the first one was like my absolute favorite. Yes, good for you. Um, but yeah, so Sage, what this actually does is, I just love you. I miss you. We got to get together and like do lunch. Like I would love it this week. Yo, my birthday is on November 6th. Let's meet up and just, I don't know, it's Wednesday. Oh, this Wednesday? Oh my God, that's crazy. But like it doesn't have to be Wednesday, but like let's meet up for like drinks or like dinner or lunch or something because like I miss your guts. Um, so yeah, so Sage, what this does is, besides releasing it, actually balances it puts negative ions into the air, and that sounds different, like counterproductive, but the negative ions actually like bring the energy like back to like homeostasis. And what Sage does actually in our brains is it like balances the hemispheres in our brains, which is like super cool. So I'm like very like, as well as being metaphysical, I like to be very scientific about things. um so yeah, so I do a little bit of sage. It just kind of like, that's what they mean by like clearing the energy. Okay, so I do like a little bit of sage in my space around myself. It's just, I love the smell of this stuff. It's amazing. Anyways, all right. Well, I'm gonna jump into this and just pull a card for tonight. We'll see if anyone else joins, and if they don't, whatever, they'll get it at a different time. But Desi, you have your tarot cards. I know you got a deck, girl. All right. So I call in my archangels, my spirit guides, my ascended masters, my ancestors. Yes, my ancestors, because like I said, even though I do call them in all the time, we are at a point right between Halloween and Dios de los Muertos, or All Saints Day, where the veil is very thin, and they're actually like waiting to help us. Okay. So I call them in, and then Daku, Nisha, and Hira, and I call you into my space, and please help me give the best guidance to everyone out there. And what deck am I going to pull from to do like a little starter energy thing here? Okay. Okay, they're telling me mermaid. All right, so let's do mermaid. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tip this screen down, because, which I usually don't. I usually have it up here so you guys can see me, but I got to do this in a way so I can still see your questions and stuff. There we go, a little more maybe. Okay, perfect. I can see this and this. Okay, awesome. All right, so when you guys have your cards, why are these weird like this? Huh, okay, so you could shuffle them in any way. And when you guys do call into your guides, I recommend like connecting with, and you can connect just with your higher self. You don't have to connect with guides outside of you. You can just say like, I am asking for the clearest answer for all things, like from my highest self. Like I call into my highest self. Please, give me the clearest answer in all things. Okay. And you really do. You just want to like take a moment to like center yourself, whether you use sage or take a deep breath. But that's essentially what I'm doing when I call in my guides. I'm like taking a moment to like connect with either my highest self or my guides. Okay. And so you guys can shuffle any way you're comfortable. I've seen I have a friend who like mixes them all around and then like puts the pile back together, which is very hard for me to do. I tried it the other day and it was like a mess. But you can cut your cards, like you can cut the deck like multiple times, okay, if that's how you feel comfortable. I tend to do it like this. Well, you guys will see how I do it. Okay, so yay, two of cups. I love this. Oh, there we go. Two of cups. Beautiful. All right. So, anyways, you can go ahead and shuffle your cards now, guys. And again, if you do just have regular playing cards, hello to whoever else just joined. Nice to have you. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a great Halloween. Halloween's my favorite day, and I usually go all out. But oh my gosh, I came home from Arizona, and it was like I don't know, if I had like a little flu or a cold, or I don't know if it was like ascension symptoms. Because I'll tell you, like my energies are all over the place when I got home, and there was a little crying after. So, all right. So let's see here. All right. So I kind of shuffle myself. You'll know when it's right. Okay. Um, you don't have to wait for like answers or anything like that. You know it's right when you know it's right. Okay. So go ahead and shuffle your decks, guys. And I'm just going to pull like a basic energy for like where we are right now. Okay. So, spirit. Okay. Cut. Okay. All right. So they're telling me 3 cards. All right. And again, you guys, when we are first like learning, okay, like how to do this, I recommend starting out with only like 1 to 3 cards. Anything more than that kind of gets like a little crazy, and it's very easy to get like overwhelmed. So, hi Elaine. Oh my gosh, how are you? Okay, so no, okay. No, okay. All right. So again, I do recommend starting with like 1 to 3 cards. Okay, so when you guys have your 1 to 3 cards pulled, and when you guys are like, now I asked what like the general energy is going to be like for tonight, okay? Um, and when you guys ask questions, okay, it's better. Good. I'm so glad to hear it, Elaine. That's fantastic. Um, it's better to actually have like questions that are not yes or no. Yes or no questions are just, first of all, they're not very useful to get like a yes or a no. They're not useful to like your development, your growth. It's not very useful in like navigating a certain situation. You want to ask like open-ended questions. Okay, so like I'm asking like, what is the energy for tonight? Okay, I have 3 cards that I'm gonna go through here, and can you guys? Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so they have to be here. I don't know if you guys can like see this super well, but I'll hold them up too so you guys can see them a little bit better. Okay. So anyways, when you guys do pull cards, it is best to pull, like I said, like ask um open-ended questions. Okay. Like what steps can I take in order to facilitate, such and such a thing? Is doing this in alignment with my highest good? But when you guys are first starting, I recommend starting with like 1 to 3 cards and just saying like, what is the energy for today? All right. And then the way to do it intuitively is you're going to like, I want to make sure I can get these clearly for you guys. Okay. Can you guys see that? Let me know if it's like visible. Okay. But let me see if I go closer. Is that better? Not really, huh? All right. There we go. I guess that's up. Okay. So I recommend to look at the card. Okay. You're going to look at the card and like, first of all, how does it make you feel? I there I totally recommend having like a little notepad or notebook next to you. You can do it in your phone if you want, in your notes. But I recommend like writing it down on a piece of paper, even a piece of scrap paper or something, because what that does is it just puts it out in black and white. And then again, you might look at this in the beginning of the day and have a certain type of feeling about it. Okay. And you're really there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. That's the one thing I want you guys to remember. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. Okay. But like, how does it make you feel? All right. So now I'm going to ask you guys out there. So out of you guys who do have cards in front of you, what card it's okay, what card did you pull and how does it make you feel? Like your very first impression. Because again, don't think about it because we're trying to move outside of our logical mind and we're trying to move over into like our intuitive mind. Okay. So don't think too long. Just like the first thing that comes out of your mouth, like how does it make you feel? Or like what kind of like one word or an adjective to like describe the card. Okay. And so, well, you guys, I'm just like waiting, like the chat is like slow. Um, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you like how this card right off the bat. So right off the bat, there's a lot of red here. There's a building like falling over. Because again, we're just intuitively like identifying with the symbolism in the depictions, okay? And different cards or different decks, I mean, can have totally different feelings. So like this card in this deck can look one way, and then this card in another deck can like evoke a totally different feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why really literally there is no right and there is no wrong. It is just like your intuition. Your intuition is the right thing, okay? Um but right off the bat, I get a sense of like something changing. Okay. This looks like a foundation or a structure that is literally in the process of like falling over, not going to be there anymore. Falling into a hole is actually like what I'm getting. And so I want to make sure that you guys can, let me see here. I guess that's it. I wish I had a better system right now, guys. I'm going to figure something else out. But we have this, it's almost like the land opened up into a hole and it's literally like falling down into this crevice, right? We have this like green light coming out from down here. So almost what I get is it's like, even though this could be like, it could look like an emergency or, you know what I mean? Like a disaster, right? What I get is like this red energy up here kind of gives me like that disaster, like fire or disaster or something like that. But then there's this like cooling green energy down here. All right. So it's almost like this building is like escaping or getting itself out of like a situation that was maybe not good for it, right? And it's almost like there's this energy of like this building tumbling down, even though it's tumbling down, okay? It's like tumbling down into this area, like into how do I want to say it? It's almost like it's tumbling down into like something that would almost like save it or like be like very healing, okay? So it's like maybe we're letting go of something up here that like maybe wasn't like good for us, all right? Or maybe that was like not very like maybe not a great situation or not a great person. And again, this is how it resonates is literally like when they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This is kind of the same thing. So something might come up and you're like the first thing that pops into your head is usually the right answer and that is usually coming from your gut. Okay? So this is going to be like something like, "Oh wow, oh my gosh, it's that person or it's that place or it's that thing, it's that job." Whatever, however that resonates for you, all right? But so I definitely get an energy of change here, but I feel like there's like underneath what could seem like an emergency or a disaster, I definitely get like something very, very healing, like going into a place of being like very healing. Okay. Our next card is the Seven of Swords. And oh, let's see. Come on. My goodness. I wish he showed up better. Spirit, why'd you ask me to use these cards when they can barely see it? All right. So actually, I'm just going to turn this up, guys, because it's like you can't even see like what's happening here. There we go. That's better. All right. So the first card I wanted to show you was this. All right. The Tower. And again, I'm not going to give you the traditional meanings because what I want you guys to do is get in the habit of forming your own meanings because that's essentially what that's literally what matters because you're connecting with your highest self. So you have to understand your highest self, your guides, and your intuition is going to speak to you in a way that you recognize. All right. It's not about how everybody else recognizes it because the message is meant to get through to you. So it has to be in a way that you're going to understand. Right. So the next one here is the Seven of Swords. So right off the bat, you get these. Let's see if we can get this a little closer. All right. So you have these like mer people and they find this like box of like swords, like literally like spilled out. All right, like on the ice here. But the thing is like nobody's fighting, nobody's like anything. It's a very calm, like cooling energy. The water is very calm, right? Or it's very pristine. Like the environment they're in, it's very pristine. And it's almost like they're looking at these swords. Like, I wish I could get it closer, but like the look on their faces is like almost very like quizzical, that like almost like trying to figure something out. So I'm going to piece these together because this is how we piece the story together. So we definitely have an energy of change or shift, right? The earth is shifting and it's going from like almost like a state of like emergency or a state of like things like really getting to like a boiling point. And then here it's falling into this like really green, like it's like green, serene. Okay. Like I get like a very like yeah, like a very just serene energy. So it's going from like something that may have been like very chaotic to something that's like more, even though it might look like on the surface like, oh my gosh, what's happening? It's this energy of it like going from like this like red hot to like this like cooling kind of energy, right? Like so it's like things may have been like all kind of crazy or whatever, but like things are like cooling down, all right? And going into more like of a serene, more relaxed kind of energy. And then this card here, these two together, what this represents is remember I said they kind of look like they don't know what's going on. So I get that feeling of like there may be an energy of like what is going on? Like why it like how can I explain it? Like you feel like things are like settling, okay? Like the energy feels like it's like settling down, becoming more calm, more relaxed, more serene, okay? But it's definitely this energy of geez, like I don't know like what just happened or like why, like, and I don't know what's coming either. Like I don't know what to do with this yet. All right. Like this energy of like something to figure out, right? And they're kind of all like looking at each other like what do we do with this or like what next? Okay. So there's definitely this energy of like what next, right? Um the last card here is the Page of Wands, okay? And so when I look at this card, I definitely now this is like a child. So I definitely get a feeling of like innocence, you know what I mean? Like something like very like pure um yeah, like very like you ever notice like how children even in like situations where like the adults are all like oh my god or like like vibrated or like adults are oh, hi now or never. I don't know if you have a deck of tarot cards or playing cards. Grab them and we'll actually like go through that. Because yeah, this is like a live interactive thing. So, definitely grab your deck of cards and we can like bounce off ideas. That's why like if you guys did pull your card, I really encourage you to like speak up here and like tell me what the card is, like tell everybody what the card is and like what your first impression is, because that's the other thing. We also may be bringing in messages for each other during this chat. So that's why this is like really fun, like this live interactive thing, because sometimes spirit has like a way of communicating, sometimes through others. Okay. Somebody might say something to you that literally resonates with like the card you pulled that morning. Or it might be like something like your aunt or your grandma like used to say, like word for word for word, right? All right. And the cool thing about that is like that is the universe's or your highest self or your guide's way of really like being able to deliver a message to you. It's really neat how that happens because again, everything is just energy. So again, I have a feeling of like innocence here. And like children always seem to be like they're like oblivious to the crappy stuff in life because they aren't conditioned that way yet, right? They in a situation where like just an example, and I'm being guided to tell you this. I remember when I was 6 years old, my grandmother passed away, and we were at her. My parents asked me like, "Do you want to go?" And I did. And I remember being at the funeral, and I'm like watching everybody cry. And of course, I was sick, so I didn't really understand what death actually was. And I remember like saying to my dad, I'm like, "Don't cry." I'm like, "She's just sleeping." And I went home that day and I like took out my crayons. My father still has this picture framed, but I like drew his mother in a 6-year old, point of view perspective. And the things that stuck out to me is like what really came out. She always had a big purse and she always used to wear this big purple ring. And my father still talks about this picture. He's like, "It's amazing." He goes, "It literally like," he goes, "even though it's just like literally the drawing of a 6-year-old, he's like, it's her. Like, it's just literally her." And it said, "I love you, John." Like, my dad's name is John. But it was so, see, there is spirit has a definite way, your guides, your ancestors have a very distinct way of getting through to you. Getting messages to the person that needs it, okay, or getting through to you. And then the other thing is that at this funeral, everybody's crying. And like literally, because through the eyes of a child, I was just like, "Oh, she's sleeping." Like, I just literally was like, it was just that very childlike view of what death was. Okay. And so with this card, that's what I'm getting is like, there's just this very like childlike, full of wonder. Like they haven't been jaded yet by all the stuff in the world. Right. So this is definitely an energy of like that looking at something through like fresh new eyes. All right. And she's like looking at this like, I don't know, it's like a pearl or something, but it's literally like lit up with like it has I wish I could get this card closer, but if you look closely, it's like the sun inside of this. And it's like literally she's like it's like she has like the sun in her hands, but what that signifies to me is hope. Okay? Or yeah, hope is like what I'm getting, okay? Because that's what the sun is, right? Like when it rained, like yesterday, if you were in Buffalo, the storm was crazy. People's power went out, trees were like knocked down. I mean, it was crazy. All right. And then literally the sun came out today, and it's like that feeling of like, like the sun comes out and that's hopeful. Okay. But because there's a child in this card, I get that sense of like hope, purity, innocence, and like something brand new because they are brand new and they are completely like innocent, meaning like fresh new start. Okay. Like there's no baggage attached to a child. You know what I mean? And so then when I piece these three cards together, I get a big shift. All right. Where things may have felt like an emergency or something like that. Hi, how you doing, Fire? I hope I'm saying that right. How you doing? Fire. Oh, honey, I'm not actually doing like readings tonight. I do book personal readings. But tonight it's just kind of like to chat and like I encourage you guys to grab either a deck of playing cards if you guys have a deck of tarot cards. This is kind of just like a little like thing to like uh teach you guys how to like interpret tarot for yourself in order to like navigate your daily lives, okay? And it's just like so you can give yourself guidance, which is pretty awesome. Like I love this as a tool. This is like one of my favorite things. But again, when I piece these together, um I definitely get of there's a shift or a change. Things were like hot and like in the emergency zone. Yes. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. And Fire, like I said, I do readings like all the time, like general, I can't even talk. general energy reads all the time. I actually posted a couple of I posted a couple yesterday. The energies were beautiful yesterday. I did post one yesterday on YouTube, so if you go to my videos, you'll see it there. And then I posted one as a live Facebook on my Goddess to Goodness page, and the energies were like so similar. And it's just really brand new, beautiful energy coming in. We have like just this gorgeous, brand new beginning energy in. And the reason I pulled these is because while I just pulled 3 cards for basic energy for tonight for this like little live session, okay? But I want to teach you guys like everybody is intuitive and everybody can read and interpret tarot and use it as a tool to like literally enrich your life. All right? And I want to teach you guys how because sometimes it's very overwhelming, and even I had a tarot deck for like 15 years before I touched it and I was like overwhelmed by it. And so I thought that only certain people could do that, and yeah, don't get me wrong, certain people are better at it, but we all have that intuitive quality to us. We all have our highest self, like our highest soul self, which is always looking out for our highest good. We all have guides, okay, and we all have a subconscious. So we consciously do not tap into our subconscious. It's just not. We run our lives through our conscious life. Our subconscious is actually what like drives us, and the way we will connect with our subconscious is in dreams, in dream state and stuff like that. So if you've ever even had a dream that was like, what was that? Tarot cards or oracle or even like regular playing cards are an amazing way to like what was that dream all about? Okay, so now you're trying to consciously tap into your subconscious because you wake up with your conscious mind. Your subconscious is what was delivering messages to you in your dream. So now, how do you cross that bridge? Tarot. All right. And even if you guys at the least use this just to interpret your dreams, I can't even tell you how invaluable that is. And so I really just want to make people comfortable with it because it can seem very overwhelming because we feel like we have to memorize everything or we feel like we have to like hear the voice of our guides, and tarot is not about that at all. It's literally just connecting within that space within you that really does have all the answers, but because when we're awake, our conscious mind is our logical mind. All right, this is a tool like I said, to bridge the gap between your conscious logical mind and then like your intuitive or like artistic mind, okay? But it's like that in the zone mind, right? And that ideally we want a really good balance of both of those things, because then in certain situations, like life situations, relationships, big life decisions, sometimes we need that little bit of extra guidance. Oh, excuse me. And what who better to go to for guidance than like you, like the you who like knows all the everything about you and like what is for your highest good. But again, our logical mind interrupts sometimes and gets us into a space of like looking at all like little details that kind of like really don't matter in the scheme of things. Do you know what I mean? Our logical minds really deal with like details that deal with the material world. All right. Tarot is an amazing tool to just like connect with your subconscious. So like I said, if at the very least you guys just use this to interpret your dreams, I cannot tell you how invaluable that tool is. But really, just to like get an energy read for the day, like what's going on today, all right? And you pull one card, and then you will definitely get like a really gigantic clue from your subconscious, your intuition, and like the universe, the universal energies. And like you might be going to work and pull something. Hi, Natalie. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, I'm not doing like personal questions tonight. This is so I could teach you guys how to use tarot in order to navigate your life and connect with your intuition, your guides, and whatever. If you rewind the video a little bit, you'll hear the whole thing. But I do book personal readings all the time. All the information is in the description below. And so if you'd like the book, I would absolutely love to read with you. Okay. And so, anyways, like I said, guys, we really do like, wouldn't it be cool if you had a tool to tap into your own subconscious, your intuition, and like the universal energies, right? So you're going to work that day and you're like, I don't know, I have this big meeting today, blah, 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 blah. What's it going to be like? And then you pull a card and you look at the energy and you're like, this card makes me feel really, really good. This card gives me a really nice feeling. This card, and like again, just jot down like your keywords. Oh, you're welcome, Natalie. You too. And I have been posting general readings for the last couple of days. So check into one of those. One of those might resonate for you. Okay. And so I love it how when I talk to you guys, I literally like look at the chat box, like I'm talking, like you're right there. I just love it. I wish like the pictures were bigger. So like I feel like I'm like talking to you that way. I'm so dorky. Oh my God. Anyways, but wouldn't it be cool to just like know and be like, wow, okay, in this card, and it's funny, I pull this card when I talk about like a big meeting. So this card right here is showing me like a lot of like like equal give and take, okay? Like everybody's like cooperating in this card. So like your big work meeting, how's it gonna go? Well, this card right here, right off the bat, I see like people cooperating, they're having fun, even like nature, like you see the birds and butterflies up here, they're even like in on it and cooperating, right? Um, and like even if you just use it like that way as just a very basic, and then the more involved you get and the more you learn about it and what these like what the symbols mean, like what coins mean, okay? Coins in tarot mean the material world. All right? It means like money, home, finance, things in your material world. All right? Um but you don't even have to know that stuff. You don't even that's what I mean, like I want to take the what do you call it? I want to take the energy of it like being overwhelming or like a secret language. I I want to take that out of this. Like I want to take that overwhelming feeling out of this because you all have it in you. You absolutely do. You were born with it. Okay? You were born intuitive. All right? Our logical minds were designed for survival. So if you could think of it that way, like our logical minds were literally here so we like know to not cross the street in front of a car. So we know that like if our brakes are squeaking, we have to go get them fixed, right? Our logical minds are great for that. Our logical minds are great for like, oh wow, I have this thing, this report that has to be done by Friday. Well, it's Wednesday night. I probably better get started on this report that I have to get for my boss. Do you know what I mean? Like it's literally meant to help you through your physical life so you don't crash and burn. Okay. Our intuition though is what our soul is trying to say to us. Okay. And so again, our soul's language is energy. And that's what tarot oracle is. Okay. It's all about energy and it's about reading the energy. And if you get like a heads up, like like a note from the universe being like, okay, this is what it's going to be like today. Wouldn't that be the coolest friggin' thing ever? Hell yeah. Like you have an edge up. That's so cool, man. All right. So, like I said, I just want you guys to be able to be comfortable with that. And the more that you look at your tarot cards and just look at the pictures and just be like, wow, this one makes me feel like community energy. Everybody's like joining in and cooperative. Um, wow, this girl, like, she looks like she's like alone and like waiting for something, right? Wow, this one looks like very passionate. Okay. And then you can get more details. Wow, the background reminds me of this. The 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 wand with the, thing reminds me of this. And you guys hear me say that all the time. I like looked at this like ball up on top and I'm like, if you look at it really close, I wish I could get it closer so you guys could see. But I'm like, it reminds me of a sun. Okay, that is your intuition speaking to you, or you know what I mean? That is like your soul self speaking to you. Those are your guides speaking to you. That's your subconscious speaking to you. I might look at this card and say one thing, And then one of you might look at this card and say something completely different. Okay, let's just try that here. So I don't know if you guys can see this. All right. And guys, give me like a thumbs up or something if you can see this card relatively well. Okay. Because I'm going to ask your opinion on what does this card make you think of? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll keep talking. uh, all right. So that's okay if you guys feel shy today. That's fine. So, right off the bat, what I feel from this card is again, it's another card of like community. All right. But there's food involved. So for me, food is like it's very intimate and can be like very like emotional. You know what I mean? Like there could be like a lot of like to feed somebody is like love. Like, a lot of people show love through food. Like I know like my daddy like when I go visit my parents, I will bring my dad like, he loves pecans or something. So like I will like bring him something with pecans or like a piece of, the chocolate candies with like they call them turtles or something like that. But like it's just a way of like showing love. So you invite somebody into your home and you want to feed them, right? And it's like an act of love. It's an act of intimacy. So with this card, I definitely get that energy here. It's like an act of it's like intimate and it's very like loving to like sit down and have like a meal with the people you care about, right? um Here we have this card here, and I'm not saying the names of the cards because doesn't matter. What does your intuition say it is? That's what I want you guys to get used to. But like I have a feeling this card gives me the feeling of like she's creating something. She is like making magic, okay? It's like something like I don't want to say otherworldly, but like I definitely get like mystical. Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. But like a very mystical energy, okay? And she's like definitely creating something in this, yeah, like this crystal ball. Like the crystal ball is like levitating, it's like shining very bright. So it's like this energy of like magic, right? Um, and then here we have this card here. This is like, it's kind of like I don't want to say like it's not secretive, but it's like she's just like emerging just like a little bit like from this, but it's like she's to me, I get like content where she is. Like she's content. Maybe she's been down swimming in that water and she's just kind of poking her head out to like see what's up and what's going on. All right. But this could definitely be an energy of like, you know, like minding her own business. Do you know what I mean? But like independent. Like she's not like waiting for anybody. She's not like, she's just doing her thing. Okay. Um, Teamwork. That's what I get with this card. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, there's like two little fairies. They're all collecting flowers, putting them in the bowl, which is so cute. But it's like definitely the energy of like teamwork. Okay. So again, guys, those are just a few examples of like how to connect with your cards and how to connect with your intuition because your first answer is the right answer. It's like your first impression. And it's not about an answer, it's your impression. Let's put it that way. All right, guys. So I'm gonna actually like wrap this up. And so before I go, I'm actually just gonna finish this out. So again, we have this card here, which is representative of like big shifts and changes. But from things that may have been like overwhelming or like, almost like like an emergency or chaotic state, we are then dropping down and shifting into this like relaxing, calming, rejuvenating energy because like just the colors alone, like it's like the picture I'm getting is like if you've ever seen people forge metal and it's like that red hot like knife or sword that they're forging and then they like dip it down into the water and it's like the steam comes out, but it's like that energy of taking that something that's like like been in the fire and it's hot and then like putting it into like a like that cooling bath of water, which just kind of like and scientifically what that does is it actually like contracts the molecules in the metal and like the metal then takes that shape Okay? Because when metal is molten, it's movable, changeable. Okay? So once it goes into that cool water, it like solidifies into like what it's supposed to be. And then it's like actually you will keep that shape of the sword, right? Okay. And then again, we have this energy of like, okay, like what next? Or like, where do I go from here? Or like, just this energy of like, I really wish I could get this card in better. These are really glossy too, so that kind of like, anyways, um, this card, like I said, it's about like things being changed and blah 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 blah, and things being shifted now into this like cooler, more relaxing, more rejuvenating energy. And but it's like this sense that now that everything's cooled off, all right, and it's like that sword has been plunged into that cool bath of water. All right. Now it's kind of like, all right, like what's next? And they're all kind of like looking at each other, like, all right, what next? All right. So the last card here is, like I said, that feeling of that childlike innocence, new starts, new beginnings. But here she is looking up into here, and this is like the sun. So it's like things are being illuminated but hopeful. Okay, like the answers are coming in, things are going to be hopeful and bright and warm, and it's like a clear path. Okay, so the storm or like the earthquake took place. We're wondering like what next. All right, and where do we go from here? But this is almost like the answers are coming. It's like she's looking into this ball and she's like, "Oh wow." Like the answers are coming in, and it's a fresh new start, full of innocence, childlike wonder, and again that feeling of like it's that energy of being like um I don't want to say like, yeah, like kind of like reborn. Okay. It's like, children aren't going to see all of this stuff, right? Because children just don't. I told you the story about like, when my grandma on my dad's side passed away. And as a child, I had no idea like why everybody was crying. I'm like, well, she's just sleeping. And it's just that childlike view of like, we're not jaded yet. We're like, we don't know we're supposed to be sad. We haven't been programmed or conditioned with that yet. So I feel like, guys, the energy that's coming in is literally going to be an energy much like that. Like just you're not going to have any negative attachments, okay, to like what's coming in. All right. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Jata. Very nice for you to come in. Hello. I hope you had a great Halloween and thank you for joining us. Um but yeah, guys, I'm definitely going to do one of these videos again. If you enjoyed learning this stuff, please like, comment, like the video, share the video. Um, and that way, like, I will definitely do these again. Um, and also, like I said, I believe everybody has it within them to listen to their intuition. And again, I feel like everybody deserves to have a tool in order to get like a heads up into the energies in your life. Okay, like I said, if at the very least you use this just to interpret dreams, oh my gosh, it's invaluable. Okay, and I just feel like everybody deserves to be able to have that tool in order to connect them with their intuition, with their subconscious, and with their guides and the universal energies at hand. And we all deserve that. But like, wouldn't it be friggin' cool to be able, like I said, to like wake up, you have a big presentation going at work, and then like you just pull a card and you're like, oh wow, like I have a feeling like this card makes me feel like this, and the energy of my conference at work is kind of going to be like this. And you could like prepare yourself better for things. I think that's everybody deserves to have that, is what I think. Okay. So I love you guys so much. I cannot thank you enough and tell you how grateful I am for like your support and your love. And this was really cool hanging out. And like I said, next time, guys, if you guys have a tarot deck, grab it. I had one for 15 years that I didn't touch. I'm not joking. Like I haven't always done this. I used to like push it away and it was intimidating and it was overwhelming, and I literally bought a tarot deck because it was pretty. All right. And I know so many people who've done that and have a tarot deck sitting in their closet that they don't use. And if you always wanted to learn tarot and you never bought a deck, you can use playing cards even. All right. I got this really cool deck. I just got to show you guys. So freaking cool. Let me see here. At Target, and it is all unicorns. I was like, oh my goodness. It's like the whole deck is friggin' unicorns. I'm like, oh my God. Like, look at this one. How pretty is that? I'm a huge dork and I love fairies and unicorns and mermaids and stuff like that. But how pretty is this? I think this was $3 at Target, guys. So I don't know. You can use any of those, but like I said, this is a great tool to, like I said, just like give yourself insight and like a little extra like boost to like for your everyday life. All right. And I believe all of you deserve that. Okay. And what I will do, guys, is because I know you're waiting, I could hear it. I'm like, everybody's like, what's going on? Just pull a card. All right. So I'm gonna pull a quick card, a couple of cards for us, guys. All right. So which deck spirit? Okay. All right. So excuse me. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I got on here and I'm talking and it's like, I don't know, maybe throw chakra energy because really the colors of those cards, somebody waiting to say something to somebody or waiting to hear something from somebody. I don't know. Let me know if that resonates. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for these beautiful, beautiful souls out there in order to help them navigate the next few days? Spirit, what guidance do we have for these beautiful, beautiful souls out there? They're telling me shuffle one more time. Cut. And flip. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh. One more. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful for you guys. I love this. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. So, Spirit wants you to know that you guys are superheroes. All right. So, like, believe that. Have confidence. This card is also like having that confidence. Um, oh, okay. So, I think I got to be honest. I think it was like I was watching an episode of Grey's Anatomy years ago, and the chick says, do you know if you stand in a superhero stance for 10 seconds or for like 60 seconds, you'll actually like your confidence will go up and you will actually like have that you will like call in that superhero energy and it actually changes your brain. It will actually change the energy in your brain and of your feelings, your mood, whatever, but you will, it's scientifically proven that you will feel more confident assuming this stance. And then I looked it up, and this is literally scientifically proven. Okay. So Spirit is saying, be the superhero that you are. Be confident. We have new beginnings here. The sweetness of life is coming. This is a B. All right. But the sweetness of life is coming. And when I snapped this photo of my best friend, I was like, yo, dude, you literally look like a superhero. And that's why I used it for this photo because it literally just try it. If you guys ever get the chance, just try it and you're feeling like overwhelmed or feeling down or something like that. Try that superhero stance. And I believe it's for 60 seconds. And Spirit is saying you are the superhero, okay? So no matter how you're feeling or what you think, you are that superhero. Spirit is also saying surrender, okay? Let go of trying to control everything or trying to figure everything out or have it all figured out. It's saying that you have the free will to decide. Hi, Kimmy, how you doing, honey? No, I'm actually not doing questions tonight. This is just more of like a teaching tool for everybody tonight. It was kind of like an interactive thing. But if you do have questions, I did do a general reading yesterday, which had very beautiful energy. So check that out. It's in my videos. And if you do want to schedule or book a personal reading, all the information is in the description below. Okay. And so I love you so much. Thank you for popping on. I really appreciate it. And I love the support and I love the love. I love you back. Yeah, absolutely, Kimmy. And I do those periodically where I will answer questions and stuff like that. But this was just more of a to like kind of like teach everybody like how to like how you can do it for yourself. All right. And so I encourage you to watch the video because like I said, everybody deserves to be able to tap into their own intuition and stuff like that. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. But yeah, universe is saying just let go of control, let go of trying to figure everything out or have it all figured out. You don't have to have everything figured out, okay? The universe and your highest self and just it, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now, okay? So it's okay to not know all the answers. And they want you to know even though you don't know all the answers and you may feel like frustrated or like in a place where you're unsure. They're just saying like let go of the control and oh, I love you back, Kimmy. Thank you. They're just saying like let go of the control and like surrender a little bit because just know that good things are coming. And a way to help yourself do that is by soul practice. And then it says down here rituals. Okay, rituals is like taking that time for yourself to meditate to like make sure every day that you lock yourself in the bathroom and take like a beautiful bath with beautiful music and like like take that time to like nourish yourself. That literally will like center your energy. It'll center that feeling of feeling like out of control. All right, so just because things feel like they're up in the air, use your free will to like take time to like nourish your soul. However, you have to do that. You could go out into nature and get grounded if you are in a place where weather permits. But again, it's just about like allowing in that you are the superhero. And I really was guided to tell you guys that story about standing like a superhero for a reason because it really does work. I kid you not. And I've tried it. It so works. And I looked it up. It's just really, really cool. Anyways, the universe is just saying to you, like, you've got this. And we've got you. All right. The sweetness of life is coming in, but really allow yourself that time to just give to yourself. All right. To nourish your soul. All right. And the rest will come. You will feel when you start doing that and put that as a practice for yourself. And as a practice, that means on a regular basis. You are in the practice of nourishing your soul every day or once a week or once a month. If that means like going to a spa or like whatever it is for you, okay? Do something that literally like makes your soul feel good. All right? Also, giving to other people, like doing something nice for other people. Sometimes we have a hard time doing something nice for ourselves and doing something nice for somebody else makes you feel good. So if that's how you express yourself that way, do that. But do something that like nourishes your soul and make it like a regular thing. Like make it a practice. Okay. I will pull one more card. Let's see here, guys. Yeah, my hair is just like crazy today. I'm like, I keep looking at this pair. I like have to like literally get like another trim and like fix up these bangs. Hi, Elaine. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello. Um. Uh, oh no, they're telling me not this deck. Which one? Oh, this one. This one. This one. Okay. All right. So, Spirit, what messages do we have for these gorgeous souls out here? Okay. And I'm going to pull this card and I will do one more and then I'm going to wrap this up, guys. But like I said, if you found this video valuable or maybe like this wasn't like your thing or something, I'm actually not doing personal reads tonight, hon. I am doing, this was more of like a teaching and a learning video, but I am pulling cards right now for the general just because I'm going to finish the video up that way. But I do, you can book personal reads. I have the all the information in the description below. All right. And I did post a general energy reading. I think it's like I did an hour one, I think, on a Facebook Live yesterday. Goddess to Goodness on Facebook. I also did, I think, like a 20-minute one on YouTube yesterday. But the energies were gorgeous. Okay. And so if you want to stick around, I am pulling general message from Spirit right now. evolution. So yeah, just stick with it, guys. You are evolving. Okay. The things in your life are evolving. You are evolving. It's just saying that, like, let go of trying to know the answer and nourish your soul. Okay. Spirit definitely wants you to just nourish your soul as a practice, a daily practice, a monthly practice, a weekly practice, whatever works for you, because you are evolving. Okay. You've been through whatever you've been through, and for whatever you've been through, you're a friggin' superhero. All right. So absolutely, like, give to yourself. You are the superhero because you are in the process of evolving and becoming a better and more streamlined version of your true self. All right. Um, do we want another card here, Spirit? Yeah, they're telling me one more. 1 second. Ah, get in here. Okay. I love that you guys, like, tuned in for this. This was really cool. This was really neat for me to be able to share this with you guys because, man, I wish somebody would have done this when I was first learning. I was so overwhelmed by tarot, like, and I took, like, even when I took a class, which it was a friend of mine was holding the class, and I just wanted to, like, support her. And I really wasn't even into tarot when I took that class like 7 years ago. Um, and it's just crazy. Doing this literally, like, found me. It called me. So it wasn't even, I never wanted to do tarot. Like, never. I was like, whatever. I would just, like, leave it up to the professionals. This literally called me. So our last message here from Spirit is, what do we have for everybody? Okay. What do we have? Oh, I love when they pop out like that. Oh, perfect. I love this. Choices. All right. What choices means here is that we have the choice. Okay. So because we are evolving, we are the superhero. All right. Spirit is asking you to let go of trying to control, or let go of trying to know the answer to everything. You don't have to know the answer to everything. All right. That's what your highest self is for. It's what your intuition is for. All right. Because through life, you're going to be guided, like, to go this way or that way, like, all the time. But I see. Okay. They're like, I literally just got, that's why using tarot or oracle cards as a tool is a really good tool to have, because that will literally help you make more grounded choices you feel more confident about. And a number 8 is definitely a card of manifesting. And then we have this right here. It's showing that we all are inherently connected to all the energy of the universe. All right. Your intuition, that is like, that's your quintessential third eye. Okay. So it's saying that, like, we all have the ability to tap into that higher knowing. We all have the ability. We are born with it. Every single one of us. All right. Tarot, oracle cards, or guidance cards are an amazing tool. Even if you get a deck like this, which this is called, hold on. Because, oh, you guys can find these on Amazon if you want. This one is called Cosmic Reading Cards. So again, just as like a daily, like, you wake up in the morning, you're like, what's today going to be like? Or what's my advice for today? You pull a card, and then it'll actually encourage you to read through your intuition first. But say you read through your intuition first and you get your own messages, you can then go through the book and actually see, like, what the guidance is, okay, from the author. But I recommend doing it yourself first, because you are literally creating a bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious, between your heart and your head. Okay, however you want to look at that. The deck I used before that was the Angels. There we go, Angels of Atlantis. And again, Amazon, guys, if you are interested in purchasing these. This deck is my deck. This is Pillars of Light. Oh, wait, Pillars of Light Oracle. Okay, the link for it is down below. You can find it at Goddess to Goodness on Etsy, in my Etsy shop. And then this other deck, oh, I don't have the book, but it's called the Mermaid Tarot. And I know I've seen this on Amazon. So The Mermaid Tarot was the first one I was using in the beginning of this video. So guys, I love you. Thank you so much. You don't even understand how grateful I am for you guys. Thank you. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful night. Bye.